Good morning, everybody. This is Saturday, July the 19th of 25, and it's raining this morning. And we're down here on this cinder block, or I'm going to call it the rust block injector pump for the D6600 that belongs on the Auto Patrol 11. Now, this video is going to be compiled over several days because I'm trying to work with this thing to free it up and trying to utilize my abundance of patience, which is running right out. But anyway, I'll show you what my process is in the next few clips there over the few days. And then we are making progress. Namely, I do have this rack out now. That's been removed. It's right out. It's in bad shape. The ends are corroded pretty badly. They're blackened and pitted. Really rough shape in that regard. But oh, and I do have this nut backed off. I tried to turn the cam, or this pump over by putting a big socket on this nut, but it would just turn it up more, so you can't do that. That's just going to cause some thread damage, galling and stuff. So we moved on to a different thing, and you'll see in the clips there, if you watch those clips coming up. And now we are trying to free up the 3 lifters to operate the 3 barrel pumps, and I'll show you the process in that. More than one way to skin a rusted, seized up injector body. I just sprayed it down with a little bit of that sea foam. I think we got it, at least I don't need a snipe anymore. Got her on the run here. Now I think we're coming dead up against another against the lifter inside there. We'll just see. Boy, that's pretty solid. Yeah, she's gone over the top of it. All right, now we're going to do something else. Can almost turn it by hand now. Well, maybe not. But it's turning. But each time the lobes come up to those lifters, they're at they're seized. Those lifters are seized. So I'm gonna have to find something to free up those lifters. Man, oh man, this is really seized. What's happened so far, I managed with my spanner wrench to turn the cam inside a full revolution, which pushes these three lifters right out. And I'll show you my process of pushing them back. They're now freeing up where I can with hammer knock them back. So what I do is I keep this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the lifter adjustment on each one of these. I just transfer this over to each one. I could use, I should use all three of them, I guess, but I'm just moving the one over, and that keeps my driving assembly centered, so I don't damage the threads in either one of these lifter assemblies. So this is a 3/4 inch socket, and I just put that on there, and I can feel it's getting easier all the time, and I can feel that is dead against the cam. So we'll just roll this out. And move it over to the next one. Okay, the cam is at the tappet already, or the lifter already. So we'll just go out to the third one. Okay, I got 1 and 3 in. Number 2, the middle one, is still against the cam. As you can see, I got it rigged up, and I got it, of course, it's rigged up against the forks of the Clark. Got the body of the pump laying on the forks, and I got this 4x4 wedged into the headache rack of the forks, and just tarp scratched down just to keep it flat while I try to turn this cam over. And it turns pretty easy now, so far. Turning real easy now. Okay, now we're up to the next lifter. Yeah, they're moving in and out pretty easy. So now I think I'm going to try knocking this center one back. Okay, that's gone in. They are really stiff, but it's back against the cam. So now I'll just turn it out and then soak it down with some magic elixir. And then, of course, it's up against the middle one now, so it's the stiffest, so it takes the most. really like the sound of that. Boy, that's exploding. It's almost like on D2 piston when I had it on the 50-ton jack. She just jumped when that piston let loose. Never broke anything, but this is a different story. Oh, should have paid attention, I guess. Moving things right out of its place. Okay, one more bang and I think we should have her. That's too much. Putting some marks in this gear, but this gear is so badly pitted and rotted, it's not going to be any loss. She's right over center again, so we'll go right around. I think I've been around all the way, so. Yeah, we've been around all the way, so now we're just going to spray it down with some magic elixir and give her a little bit more patience. Well, it's starting to go a little bit easier. At least it's not snapping and jumping and acting like it's breaking apart. As you can see, I got number 1 and 3 out. I'm working on number 2, which is in the center, and no matter how you look at it on a 3-cylinder engine, the center one's going to be number 2. But it is being very difficult to come out. This is number 1 and 3 lifter. This one, the roller is free. It just turns quite easily, but it is very pitted. This is the other one, and it is seized up solid, totally pitted in this area. I haven't turned it yet, but yeah, not much hope for these lifters at all, or the internals of this whole rust block injector pump. Well, it's been a day or two later, and So we managed to put another pail or two of patience in it, and I just left it the other day. We did have the other two lifter bodies out. I'm still working on the middle one, number 2. And I just left it soaking with some sea foam and diesel fuel, you know, brushed on it every once in a while, but haven't really done anything with moving it back and forth. So we're going to go ahead and start working at this thing again. Hopefully we're going to get this thing out, and this has got to get freed up sooner or later. Okay, here goes nothing. We'll see what's happened. It's not really, this thing is not really rusted as much as we got an aluminum lifter and a cast body with a bunch of old carbon buildup on it. Like, I don't think the oil was changed in this pump for maybe its whole lifetime of operation. So I think it's a bunch of carbon and aluminum corrosion, and like, you know, like aluminum does. It's not rust that's holding it up. It's just corrosion, I think, and a buildup of carbon. So we'll roll this around where we left it off and bring it around to the lifter again on the lobe. And there we are. It feels pretty solid yet. But at least I don't need a snipe now. Okay, there's my slide hammer. I've got it installed to that lifter. I had to make a kind of a modified attaching mechanism here. I got a nut welded to the bolt, and the slide hammer is screwed into this nut because I didn't have the right attachment to go into this size of bolt. You'll note that I'm not a welder, I'm a grinder. But anyway, let's see if we can get this thing snapped out of there. Oh, I think she's coming out. There it is. That only took 3 days. You can see what I mean about not rusted so much. Aluminum does not rust. It's just full of debris, fines, carbon locked up in there. And this is the middle one, and this is the only one that this here tab has not been broke off. And the other two are broke off. They were not found inside the cavity of this pump. I did not break them off. This one is intact. The other ones will run fine without them anyway. It doesn't matter. They're just used to initially prime your injection system. You know, if you had to open up your fuel system, you just turn these little square drive plunger things and it primes up your system. They don't put that on any more modern pumps or anything more modern than this. Anyway, so that's out of there. Now on to the next thing, which is the gear off the cam. Okay, we're trying to get this gear pulled off the cam. I don't have a big enough jaw puller, and I don't have a bearing puller or anything like that. So what I got is 2 jaws out of I think 12-inch pipe wrenches. They just fit in here. Got the adjusting nuts on there, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a squeeze here. Hopefully nothing breaks, flies apart. Maybe I'll give it a tap on the end of that thing. Okay, I got quite a bit of strain on it. I had to put my 4x4 up here to keep the body down at the forks, and I got a lot of strain on it, been tapping on it. I think I'm just going to let it sit that way. It probably is a tapered fit. If it was just a straight on shaft, it should have pulled off by now. So it's on there. I'm going to leave it until morning, and then under pressure maybe it'll pop, and then maybe in the morning I'll just try some heat on it. More patience. Well, overnight, after another bucket of patience applied, this here has not broke loose, and I've tapped it, tightened up a little bit and tapped it. It's still not broke loose. I have installed this here nut on the shaft as a backup in case it does blow off. It's going to capture it and won't wipe out the camera. So I think we're just going to go straight into the heat application here this morning, and yeah, try to get that gear off there. Looks like we ain't going to get much heat going on, as I've just realized I'm out of acetylene. We'll try it out. Getting out the big tiger torch and see if that's going to do it. Well, that's tight. I think I'm just spinning my wheels. I might have to take this into town and they can use a proper puller on this gear. Okay, well, I just got back from in town. I took this whole assembly into the heavy mechanic shop. It's not too often, I'll admit defeat, but I just didn't have a big enough 3-jaw puller to pull this gear off of that shaft. But as you can see, we've got it off, and it was a straight shaft. It was not a taper. It was just pressed on there. It was tight. A lot of heat and a 3-jaw puller, and a little bit of damage done to it. I don't know if we can get a new one. We'll get a new one, but otherwise got to dress this one up. Got the old, this actually does not look like a factory cat seal. It's got some green on it looking like an SKF. So when I clean it up, I'll find out what seal goes in here. This is the cam that was in there. The bearing area will clean up fairly good. It's not pitted, but these lobes are toast. I'll clean them up just to see what they look like, but I don't know if there's anything a person can do with that, can the guy weld it and have it machined down again? I don't know. But that's going to be a rare piece to replace. This here screw part was never used in this model. It's just been plugged up, never been used. This gear is used for the driving the transfer pump. But at least the nut is in good shape yet. The threads are in good shape. Wood rough key there. All that's in good shape. That area there where the pulley goes on is in good shape. So all in all, that's going to be a little bit of a problem to replace that cam. Hopefully I can repair it. But here's our body, totally empty. I got to polish it up, wash gun it, clean it up, polish it up, clean out these bearing or just bushings is what they are. I'll clean them up, and like I do with my other stuff that I don't have parts, I'll clean it all up and I will assemble it. Not all tightened up, but all the parts will be assembled and contained in the body, because I just don't want to lose the parts, because I know around here they'll get in one bucket to another bucket to this place to that place and eventually go missing. Yeah, it's about as far as we're going to go with this project right now. The D6600 injection pump, I call it the rust block pump, not a cinder block, but a rust block. It's one of the worst breakdowns I've come across, except for that D2 there last winter. But anyway, it's all apart. We're just going to have to start looking for parts and clean this thing up, and I'm going to loosely assemble it so I don't lose the parts. And yeah, we'll move back on to the 922, probably, hopefully get some parts here at the end of the week. So yeah, just like, subscribe, comment. We sure love the comments, good or bad, all noteworthy for sure. Okay, we'll catch up to you later. Bye for now.